The federal government is stepping up its contributions to Venezuela in the wake of last week's powerful back-to-back earthquakes. Ottawa says it will match up to $4 million, the donations made to the Canadian Red Cross and the Humanitarian Coalition. That's in addition to the funding that the federal government announced last week. The number of people confirmed dead is now more than 1,700. Officials say more than 5,000 others are injured. The main focus remains the round-the-clock search for survivors. Today, a search and rescue team from Jordan pulled a toddler from the rubble in Caracas. The child had been trapped for 6 days. Hundreds of buildings have been flattened or severely damaged, and tens of thousands of people are still unaccounted for. Let's bring in journalist Cody Weddle. He's tracking the developments from neighboring Colombia. Cody, what more can you tell us about the rescue and recovery operations?
Well, we're going on nearly 6 days here since these pair of earthquakes struck, and the search is continuing, but I think hope is starting to fade for many and desperation certainly starting to grow. But we have continued to see those scenes. That 3-year-old boy pulled from the rubble just today, and yesterday a man pulled alive from a pile of debris after 106 hours. But it does appear that those scenes are starting to diminish. But authorities, family members, they are vowing to continue this search. We know that given the right conditions, depending on how someone is trapped, there is a possibility that someone could survive up to a week under that rubble, or maybe even a little more. We've also seen those foreign rescue teams continue to arrive, countries sending even more humanitarian aid. Vietnam sending 120 new personnel. We just learned that Argentina is sending new cargo planes, drinking water, generators, vital equipment as this search continues. And many family members saying that equipment is still very much needed, that some sites where buildings have collapsed have not yet been inspected. So there is still some hope that as those teams and equipment continues to arrive, someone may still be found.
So, Cody, I mean, the images are just of the devastation. It's very clear that so many buildings, homes, apartment buildings have been utterly destroyed, and that displaces victims. How are all of those people who've now been left homeless coping without having a place to live and the threat of aftershocks?
That's absolutely right. The government has said over 180 buildings have collapsed across the country. The number may be even more in the final count. So we know that 15,000 people are now displaced as a result of these earthquakes. They are sleeping in tents. They are sleeping in parks, in plazas. We know acting President Delcy Rodriguez, she has said she's forming a commission. That commission will begin to inspect those buildings. Some people just aren't sure if their buildings are safe to go back in, and we continue to feel these aftershocks. So there's a fear that damaged buildings could collapse or be damaged even further. Delcy Rodriguez also saying that tent camps will be set up for people who don't have anywhere to go. But there is a lot of frustration with her government at this point. Folks saying she has not moved fast enough. And we have heard from the political opposition in Venezuela, Maria Corina Machado, that exiled opposition leader. She spoke out just last night. She posted a video online saying she is in Panama City and she plans to return to Venezuela.
Estoy en la ciudad de Panamá, desde donde tenía previsto viajar a Venezuela. El régimen cerró el espacio aéreo de nuestro país para intentar impedírmelo.
So how will the Venezuelan government and how will the U.S. government react to Machado's return? Has the U.S. government approved this? We're not quite sure yet, and it's not clear if she will be allowed back in the country by Venezuelan authorities and whether she may be arrested.
Cody, thank you for this.